Hi, I'm Rigel from Washington. Please like and subscribe. My parents were space scientists at NASA, so they named me after one of the brightest stars in the galaxy, Rigel. Now, problems started when they expected me to be a star performer at school, too. But there was only one thing that got me starry-eyed: watching anime. But my parents kept pushing me towards space science.
Rigel, we got you the latest spaceship Lego set. Come on, let's put it together.
I haven't pooped for 3 days.
You weird, buddy. You're weird.
So the gas inside me might explode. I gotta go. Rigel, it's such a clear night. Let me show you some constellations. Some other time, Mom. I have to go walk our goldfish. I darted out of the house faster than a bullet train. When I was in grade 6, my parents had to move to New Jersey for a year for some project. On my first day there, I was in the garden when I saw a girl my age next door. She had long blonde hair and blue eyes, and she was dancing like a ballerina princess on her porch. When the music stopped, I clapped for her. That was beautiful. Thanks. You must be the new neighbor Mom was talking about. Are your parents astronauts? Have they been to the moon? I told her what my parents did, and her eyes widened. So their job is to look at the stars? Do you know how many of them are up there? Of course. There are 20,000 gazillion million stars. Wow, you sound like a genius. Mom says when God forgets to give someone beauty, he makes up for it by giving them brains. Okay, that was kind of insulting. The girl introduced herself as Bianca, and she told me her mom was a model, and her dream was to become the best ballerina in the world. We even went to the same school, and I found out Bianca was super popular. She had her own YouTube channel with amazing dance videos and thousands of subscribers. We grew close, and most days after school, she'd hang out at my house, mainly because of Mom's cupcakes. My mom doesn't let me eat sweets. She says I won't be able to dance if I put on weight. No need to listen to your mom, honey. Scientific studies suggest that makeup gets absorbed through the skin and shrinks brain cells. Imagine how tiny your mom's brain must be. Put that cupcake down, Bianca, and tell me something. Did you become a space person because you're ugly and no boy on Earth wanted you? What? I have a husband. And where did you meet him? At work? Exactly. But we don't work in space. Then why do you keep telling people you're a space worker? Liar. Come, Bianca. Let's go. Clearly, our moms couldn't stand each other, but that didn't stop Bianca and me from being friends. Once in class, our math teacher, Mrs. Watson, was giving a really boring lecture, so I started sketching her. Suddenly, Bianca grabbed my notebook, scribbled something, and handed it back. She'd made Mrs. Watson's butt bigger and labeled the picture Mrs. Butson. I giggled loudly, and just then, Mrs. Watson walked up and snatched my notebook. Who made this? I did? No, I did. We were both sent to the principal's office, and our moms were called in, and they went crazy. My daughter would never do such a thing. She's an angel. Then why don't you take her to space with you next time? And don't bother coming back. I'm a space scientist, not an astronaut, but a bimbo like you wouldn't understand. Bimbo? As if counting the stars is really a smart job. And at least I'm gorgeous. Your looks could make onions cry. Suddenly, Mom lunged at Bianca's mom and pulled her hair, and her wig came off. She pounced on Mom's face and broke her glasses. The principal had to call 4 teachers to pull them apart. That evening, I was on my way to the market when I heard loud noises coming from Bianca's house. Stop hanging out with that girl. She's a good-for-nothing loser just trying to get you in trouble. No, Mom. Rigel's my best friend. Bianca, you're too innocent. If she was the one who made the sketch, why did she let you take the blame too? Bianca fell silent and I quietly walked away. Why didn't Bianca say she'd drawn something too? I tried to avoid Bianca after that day, but it was hard since she kept following me around like a lost puppy. One day, she was at my place when she saw my bicycle and said no one had ever taught her how to ride one. Well, I can teach you if you want. Woohoo! This is so much fun! Suddenly, Bianca's mom came out running and started shouting,
Get off that thing right now. You'll hurt yourself before your big ballet performance next week. And you, stop teaching my daughter stupid things.
Riding a bicycle isn't stupid, but you wouldn't understand because when God gives you beauty, He forgets to give you brains.
Did you just call me stupid?
No, I called you beautiful. Bianca's mom refused to let her go out after that until the day of her ballet performance. But one night, I got a text from Bianca saying she was super bored. So I asked her to sneak out of the window where I was waiting for her with my bike. We both had so much fun taking turns riding it. When it was Bianca's turn, suddenly a car whizzed past her. She lost her balance and went crashing into a lamppost. My parents rushed her to the hospital where the doctor told us she'd broken a bone in her left foot and would probably never be able to dance again. I'm so sorry, Bianca. Get lost, you witch. I won't ever be able to live my dream because of you. Mom was right. You're just a good-for-nothing loser who can't stand anyone who's prettier and more popular than her. I was shocked at her words. How could she mean that? She made it sound as if the accident was my fault. Honey, she's really upset right now. But don't worry, she'll come around. Only Bianca never did. She blamed me for what happened and turned into this mean bully who didn't miss a chance to put me down. Thankfully, I didn't have to deal with it for long since we moved back to Washington soon after. By the time I was in high school, my parents had given up all hopes of me becoming a NASA scientist, but I was still obsessed with anime. So when our teacher announced career day in class, I decided to dress up as my favorite anime character. As I entered the classroom in costume, I saw all the boys gushing over a new girl. She had blonde hair and really blue eyes. OMG, it was Bianca. I quickly tried to hide my face behind my bag, but Bianca spotted me. Hey, Rigel, long time no see. Ew, what are you dressed as? A homeless beggar girl? I'm dressed as my favorite anime character, Mikasa Ackerman. So you're still making those weird drawings, huh? As they say, once a loser, always a loser. Bianca became super popular thanks to her stunning looks. All the boys wanted to date her, and all the girls wanted fashion tips from her. And Bianca never failed to rub her popularity in my face. Rigel, 97 guys proposed to me today. Or wait, was it 99? Well, good for you. I bet no one's ever asked you out. Such a loser.
Mikasa Ackerman can never be a loser.
I turned around to see Toby standing behind me. He was a year senior to us and was an awkward skinny guy with braces and huge glasses.
I just wanted to tell you that I loved your outfit that day.
Thanks. Are you into anime too?
Yeah, big time.
We ended up discussing our favorite shows and characters and didn't even notice when Bianca marched off angrily. After that day, I started hanging out with Toby, and he told me something shocking. Bianca was his stepsister.
Her mom married my dad a few months back. Things are weird between Bianca and her mom. They hardly ever talk to each other.
I told him about our friendship and how things ended between us.
Now I get why she's mean to you. Do you want me to talk to her?
No, I don't want things to turn ugly between you two because of me. Toby and I started getting closer day by day, and we had tons in common. One evening, he invited me to his house to show me his collection of anime comics. His favorite anime character played the guitar, and he had a similar one in his room too. When I asked him if he knew how to play, Toby shyly took the guitar and started playing, and he was phenomenal. Wow, Toby, You could easily play in our school band. You're so good. The next day, I insisted Toby meet our school band teacher, and he agreed to give him a chance after hearing him play. After that day, Toby joined the school band. I even gave him a little makeover, and his popularity in school shot through the roof. But he just wanted to hang out with me, and this really pissed off Bianca. My brother doesn't know what a two-faced person you are. Stay away from him. He deserves someone better. Why do you have to be so mean, Bianca? What happened all those years ago wasn't my fault. Really? You have to have some nerve to say that. If you hadn't made me sneak out of my room that day, I'd still be dancing. How was I to know you'd get into an accident? We were just kids, Bianca. Let it go. Easier said than done. She pushed me aside angrily and marched off. Gosh, this girl was something else. A few weeks later, Toby and I were chilling at my house when he saw some of my anime drawings on the table. Oh, it's nothing. Just a hobby right now. I tried hiding my drawings, but when Toby insisted, I showed him the anime series I'd been sketching.
Wow, these need to be published. You have no idea how amazing you are, Rigel. Can I show these to my dad?
Toby told me his dad's friend owned a big publishing house and he could actually get my series published. I was super excited by the idea, so I put my sketches in a folder and gave them to him. The next day, I reached school early and waited anxiously for Toby when a girl from my class told me he was waiting for me in the auditorium. But when I got there, it was completely empty. I was about to leave when the stage lit up and Bianca walked onto it. And she was holding the folder Toby took with him. Surprise, surprise. So what were you saying that day about letting things go? Well, today, I'm gonna do something, and you're gonna have to let it go. Okay, Rigel? Just then, Bianca pulled a lighter from her pocket and set my folder on fire. I watched in horror as years of my hard work got burned to ashes. But just then, I noticed a spark from it land on her dress, and in a fraction of a second, it caught fire. Before Bianca had a chance to react, I ran on stage, peeled off the thick carpet, and wrapped it around her. Thankfully, that was enough to put out the fire. Are you hurt? No, I'm okay, I think.
Bianca, what did you just do? Are you insane?
Toby told me he'd been looking everywhere for the folder this morning, and a maid told him she'd seen Bianca take it from his room last night. Yes, I stole the folder because I wanted to show Rigel how painful it is when something you've worked so hard for is snatched away from you. Bianca, I'm so sorry for what happened to you, but it was an accident. Yeah, but it ruined my chances of becoming a ballet dancer. It's everything Mom ever wanted. After I stopped dancing, Mom basically lost interest in me. And then she got remarried and got busy with her life. I felt so lonely.
I was always there for you, Bianca, but you never warmed up to me.
Because every time I saw Mom being nice to you, I felt jealous. And then you started hanging out with Rigel, and that just made me angrier. Life always gives us a choice, Bianca. We can choose love or we can choose hate. You chose hate today, but I choose love. I forgive you for burning my drawings. With that, I walked out of the auditorium. A few weeks later, it was my birthday, and I'd thrown a small party for my friends. I was in my room getting ready when I heard Mom talking to someone. It was Bianca. Rigel, you never told me Bianca had moved to Washington too. It just slipped my mind. Just like it slipped your mind to invite me to your birthday party? Well, I'm here anyway. Happy birthday, Rigel. I don't want anything from you. Just open it. My jaw dropped when I saw it was a book of my anime series. But you'd burned all my drawings. I tried, but I couldn't. I just burned the empty folder that day, Rigel. When that accident happened, Mom kept blaming you for it, and I started believing her. And when I saw you after all these years, the hurt came back. I'm sorry for what you went through, Bianca. Believe me, if I could turn back time, I'd be on that bike instead of you. I know. When I saw you being so nice to Toby and encouraging him to play in the band, I realized maybe I was wrong all along. I know you think of me as this evil person, but I'm not as bad as you think. No, you're not. I hugged Bianca, and she hugged me right back, and it felt great.
Okay, now I'm feeling a little jealous.
Bianca and I laughed as we pulled Toby into a hug too. My anime series soon became a huge hit. With success came money, and my parents were shocked that what they considered a waste of time could actually be a full-time career opportunity. So, do you guys still want me to be a space scientist? Yes, but only in an anime.